Raven. She's bump mad again. I lead the pack, so my back's to them. He make these rap again. Diamond chains on my ankle, cut like a tail tip rubber band. Show my like a
the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, let's get on up to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. For the call, we bring in our broadcasters, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
On play action, they'll throw. Going up top. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep for Kansas City, DeAnthony Thomas. This is taken at about the 14. 51 yards on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Set. Blue landed.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that end, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about it necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it with Williams. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And the kick by Butker is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps one drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful at getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
He'll drop to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. It's a 3-point game here on EA Sports. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Back to throw here. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Here we go now!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go!
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And they'll run it here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
And not all spectacular catches is not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Now a play fake here on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete. Deion Kane working the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Quick throw. That's complete on the inside slant. They only get 5 out of that quick slant, but that's good enough for a first.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Kane. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride. Another first down. They'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. They'll look to throw here. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Here we go now. Blue, line it. Blue.
this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Now let's go!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Now let's go!
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Ellis. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. This quarterback now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go now. Green 39.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this may be a carbon copy, as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as a team will get right back out there as well. As we'll turn it back over.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Set. Green 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And then know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green.
And they'll run it here. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
All right, here we go. Green.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And down inside the 15 he goes. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
All right, here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. DeAnthony Thomas from 10 yards out. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Butker on for the PAT. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Set. Green 39. Green 30.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Looking to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
All right, here we go. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Swoop from 3 yards out. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. Spins past it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go now.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Powering his way forward. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Butker now to add the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw here is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They're going to look to throw. Musling free. It's a foot race. 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand. Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Holding offense.
This one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. That's complete right around the 8. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And now here comes Kansas City. And following that long touchdown time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's go!
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And another timeout taken by the Colts, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go!
Sheds off the tackle. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody, from Indianapolis.